after camp, after spring ball. You have to try to learn the system, all that stuff. Have your ups and downs. What was that like for you?
It was kind of not the best. It's not what I thought. I think it was really just like the right to left. Like you think it's just kind of like
Right tackle.
it's right to left. You think it's just kind of like flip your mindset. There's a lot like else that goes into it. So yeah, that's probably it though. I mean, I think I kind of like towards the back end of it, I think I started to figure it out a little bit, and
It's so much new, right? Different city. I mean, you keep the West Coast,
right.
a whole new system, different position, and the expectations. I mean, San Diego State is, good program, but
I'll say it.
it's not Ohio State,
No,
right?
it's not.
What was that like mentally if you have to deal with like the criticism that you face, social media or whatever else?
Yeah, I knew like this isn't like people love Ohio State. Like this is Ohio State. Like a lot of people take this here like this is the best program in the country. So like I knew I was gonna get that, and it was up to me. Like I took it as a Josh, you got to lock in and figure it out, and that's kind of what I try to do throughout the season because I really started to like realize that like these are brothers and these aren't teammates. So I just kind of really started dialing like and really honing on my craft a little bit more.
Josh, I think you had 3 penalties the first 2 weeks. You had none all of November. Where did you see yourself grow that allowed you to be so clean those last few weeks of the season?
Yeah, I mean, you start to get like more, like physically, obviously, you got to be like ready, but I think mentally that's where you got to start like tightening up a little bit because then you start playing in those Notre Dame games, those Penn State games, and you realize like a penalty like that could literally like destroy the whole game. And once you kind of look at it through that lens, like you can't, like those are no, it can't happen.
You didn't really run when we talked to you last summer. You didn't really run from the fact that you had a couple of penalties at San Diego State. To have such a decrease, but also take such a big jump in the level of play that you were playing against. Like, what did that mean to you? Did you take pride in that, and you kind of use that as an example of like, hey, I know that I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah, I don't really try to look back, but I definitely try to look forward and just keep climbing up the ladder. Obviously, like I kind of looked at it like some tape from like from the past, and then like from like the near like the past, and it just kind of definitely gave me the sense that I was going in the right direction. I just had to keep going and put it all together.
What was it on the field that clicked for you in the second half of last season?
I think it was just kind of just awareness. Obviously, like another thing is like chemistry, knowing how Donnie plays and the communications and how everything works, and really just understanding football. Once you kind of understand like how defensive linemen work, you're going against the best of the best, and Coach Jay and the Rushman. So I think that's where it kind of took me.
How can that chemistry be different with Donnie playing another year alongside him this season?
I think I mean, even here, like there'll be things like sometimes we won't even have to communicate because we just know. Like we've been through like a year of ball together, and it was great. And like it's just you can tell like it's tight. I'm tight with Donnie.
What did you come into spring knowing that you needed to get done to feel like you're ready for 2024?
I came in knowing that just about everything. I mean, like obviously, I kind of feel like in terms of like physical attributes, I can kind of like move and be strong and stuff like that. But I think like there's a lot more to it that I needed to work on to even become close to what I can, to me being able to help the team, like such as I think, technique, awareness, just everything. Definitely communication. I think that's like the biggest thing. Like when you're in those big games, like you got to be able to, calling out like if like a pressure might come and stuff like that. So just awareness of ball.
How much easier is it now that you know who Coach Fry is as a coach? Come in the summer, you have to start right away. Now you have a full spring with him. Like, is there a level of understanding how he coaches and what he wants from his players that now you have down better that can help you become a better player this year?
Yeah, he wants just 100% effort and just to work hard. Like obviously, like there's more to it, but those are the things that he wants you to do. He wants you to play fast, play physical. That's just something I pick at every day, coming out here against the best of the best. So.
Josh, I know you look forward on back. When you look back on last year, is it almost like I'd like to get through that? All the stuff that was thrown at me, all the stuff I had to adjust to. You kind of look at that as that's a great learning experience for me for the future.
Definitely, but I kind of like when I committed here, I knew Coach Fry and the staff like they were gonna definitely like scope me into the player like that.
Scope you into a player?
Yeah, scope me into that. Yeah, like they know that like scope. I mean, like
scope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like just kind of make me into that type of player. I mean, the development factor from Coach Fry that I've been getting is like it's like magic almost. So I mean, I'm just kind of keep going with him and keep riding with it. And you know.
Having a spring practice, having a summer, all that stuff, knowing the system, how much better are you going to be this year?
I guess we'll see. I'm gonna keep picking at it, and you know, we'll see what we'll be.
When players and coaches describe you as a freak athlete, first of all, do you agree with that? And what do you think makes you a freak athlete?
I guess, yeah, I would say sure, but I mean, I can't really take credit for something like that. You know, I was born like that. It was, you know, the man above kind of put that in my genes. So,
How much is running game changing, nuance, whatever you want to call it, with Chip Kelly in charge? If you notice there's little nuances or stuff.
I mean, maybe like little things. I mean,
The little things add up to big things. Right?
they do.
Yeah,
They do. But
Yeah, where do you think you guys were lacking at some point last year in some of those matchups?
I mean, it was a whole new line, so I mean, like
Yeah.
none of us had chemistry with each other. But other than that, it was. I mean, it was a hard game. Nothing's gonna be like for sure what's going on. Like, you know, you're gonna have some hard times.
Did Missouri test y'all about as well as anybody?
Just about, yeah. They were pretty physical.
What did you know coming out of there y'all had to get fixed?
To be honest, I felt like we just tried to go out there and just play hard. Like, obviously, we knew number 6 was a really good player, so we just tried to make sure to keep him out of the backfield as much as possible. So that's really what we tried to go to.
Describe your game a little bit, Josh. What do you do well? What do you still want to work on the most? Just describe your game as a left tackle.
Yeah, so as a left tackle, like I feel like the number one job is to make sure nobody gets to the quarterback, and that's something that I try to do. Make sure nobody kind of get around me or go through me or anything. Just keep the quarterback clean. Obviously, there's a lot more. You got to be able to be a well-rounded player and, you know, maul people in the run and stuff like that. But like that's probably one of the biggest things. Make sure the quarterback's clean. Nobody gets to him.
Run blocking. How are you? How would you assess yourself in that area?
Yeah, so I mean, we have amazing D linemen to go against. They're always twisting and stuff like that. So in the run, they'll twist too. So you just kind of like, I guess you just gotta really stay technically sound. That's somewhat I'm trying to do in the run. Finish on Beckham.
Have you gone against Mitchell Melton much this
Yes.
spring and stuff? What stands out about him? Obviously, he came back from a couple of knee injuries and stuff, but what just jumps out at you about him?
Yeah, you wouldn't even know he had the 2 knee surgeries. I mean, he's so, like the way he rushes, it's so, like, it's his signature rush. Like, it's something that it's probably he's probably like the hardest person I've had to block here, if I'm being honest. Like, he's very twitchy, great with his hands, amazing get off, and he has that sneaky power that if you're not really like setting for it, he'll get you. So,
And I want to get your take. You came here from San Diego State. Your center, the guy that's transferred in, Seth McLaughlin, whether he starts or not, we'll see. He's from Alabama. Is it amazing to you how college football teams are put together anymore?
Yeah.
Because he could be a key thing. And what does it just tell you about the game these days?
I mean, yeah, I mean, it can go anywhere. I mean, like, Seth is a great player. I mean, he tells me, like, you know, stuff that they did differently at Bama and stuff like that, and I try to take some of, like, maybe some advice he has, because he's been in college football for a little longer than me, so yeah.
Yeah, he seems like a grown-up, doesn't he?
He
comes
definitely
across that way, doesn't he?
Yeah.
What's the mindset of the line this year? Obviously, last year there were a lot of new pieces. You went through the growing pains. What's the mindset of it this year?
Play fast, play physical. I mean, there's obviously more that we're working on, and we're learning, like, each other, to be honest. I guess it's like, you know, the right side is like kind of like going a little bit. I mean, not with fire, but like, you know, we have like some people that are competing. I mean, we're all competing. I know I am, and stuff like that. So I just, we're just trying to play hard and play physical.
Now that you're most of the way through this spring practice, how helpful is spring? How necessary really is spring? And obviously you didn't have that last year.
It's very necessary, especially when you kind of got a new OC and stuff like that. It's best to kind of get, you know, comfortable with the scheme now than maybe like close to camp, because then like in like a few weeks then you got week 1. So
Were there times last year you were like, did you have to lean on people to get you through it?
I mean, Donnie's like, dude, I owe Donnie a lot. Like, he's an amazing player. He gives me like insight on just about everything. Like Notre Dame, I've never been like more nervous for a game than Notre Dame. And I just kind of talked to him. He said, "We got it. Keep doing what you do," and we got through it. We got over the W.
Probably learned a lot last year.
Oh yeah, especially.
All right, Josh.